What you, Kyle?
Oh,
Will said to me to speak to you about music.
Oh,
I love music. I think my top 5 artists go Dave #1, X close second.
Can't you?
XXXTentacion?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, is that a controversial?
Did you like him before he died or after?
Before, but no one will believe me.
No.
But I have proof.
That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making there is that it's the same with like Kodak Black. Is that at least for me, I can't separate the person and their work. And so when X is beating his pregnant wife, rapping about it, then killing other people, it's like I can't then enjoy his music because it's like I'm supporting this guy. He also died on my birthday, which is a little fact.
But X, he did change, because that's what the whole sad music video was about. It was about him fighting his old self, wasn't it? So he technically, he did. I don't think he deserved to die.
No,
I don't think anyone does. He did deserve what happened to him, like not to die, but to get hurt after his past. But I don't know. I just don't. I think because he was coming up, he was changing. And just as he was getting better, someone else ended his life. I think, and he did say, have you watched the new documentary?
No.
He was saying like he's gonna change to a better person and all this. And then when he died, they were saying like the reason he died is because he couldn't get away from his demons, which would obviously be like him beating his ex Gianna, and it's just not nice. But like, I can't like listen to his music and think this is the man who, unless it's like R.I.P. Roach or Look at Me, then that's the ex that beat his ex. But like if it's like the 17 album or the Question Mark album, I will always associate that with the Blue Haired X, which is the changed one in a way, the more developed one.
Okay, I think it's an interesting way to think. I think once it's like Chris Brown. I don't like the fact that Chris Brown has sort of come back into music after all the shit he did with Rihanna. I think if I do something that fucked up and then I just apologize for it and I'm like, yeah, I'm changing. Like, you can, if you want to forgive that person. But I don't think that then they should continue to be supported and have this medium to express themselves because of they fucked up. You know what I mean?
I think what X did was obviously it was fucking terrible. Like it
was.
No, there's no but I don't know. Like just like the way the things that he started doing after when he changed. He went through this phase where he shaved off all of his eyebrows, white hair, just to say like I'm gonna be ugly for this long, and then when I'm back, I'm gonna be a completely different person. He said that was like him shredding his skin.
The rebirth sort of thing.
And then he dyed his hair blue, and then he would do things like charity, like for kids, go to kids' schools, do all this. And I think, it's bad, but like what he did. But if he's now trying to be a better person and not play the villain like he used to do, and now he's trying to be somewhat like a hero to kids, because kids did look up to him, I think like that's so much better. But then obviously,
do you believe in like second chances and stuff?
100%.
Depends on what the person's done.
Yeah.
Like
I
Hitler,
agree
like,
with
bro,
that.
you're not getting a second chance. You're gone.
Yeah.
But there is the case of like people can change.
Yeah.
People have shown it before. Like
You see cases of when people are involved in gang crime. Sorry. And then like when they're in prison.
Just hold the mic a bit closer. Like,
When they're in
there
prison,
you go.
they're like trying to prevent other people getting involved, which does show like they are changed in a way. But
I think X is the perfect example of you can change, and you can be a better person. So I don't know. That's my opinion.
Mike Tyson's a good example of that.
Yeah, Mike Tyson is a very good
You
example
see him
of
now,
that.
he's very wise and he seems very smart and calculated in everything he says.
Yeah.
Compared to in his younger days, he was just like, he didn't give a fuck. Like, he thought he was the king, and he just, if like anyone like said shit to him, like fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you and your wife.
Yeah,
and
he's
just,
like, I'm gonna eat your
he
children.
yeah. Like what the fuck?
That's some fucking spooky shit to say.
wasn't that because of like drugs or something? Like
Yeah, he was
big into coke.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
wrote in his autobiography like he had snorted that much coke that his nose was all fucked up, so he couldn't breathe through his nose anymore. So obviously he was still addicted to the coke, so he would instead like smoke it like crack. So he'd get on like a spoon and he'd light it, but it would like stink, and everyone would like go away from around him because he's like lighting all this coke, and it would like stink the place out, and he'd like smoke it that way because he literally couldn't fucking
Respect the
snort
dedication.
anymore.
It's good
The
dedication.
dedication.
Good dedication.
So that there's like viral photo on Mike, and he's like, and he's just like all like white
Fucking
stuff
hell.
over his nose.
Does he still do drugs? You know, he still does like weed and shrooms, but does he still do like
No,
heroin?
No. He smokes a lot of fucking weed.
Yeah,
and he
Tyson Ranch,
and he
right?
does a lot of fucking shrooms. But yeah, he's completely different now. He said like he he like hates that person back then. He doesn't even say it's him.
Yeah.
He just says it's that guy.
It's like that's what X says. X says that like that old him with the yellow and black hair, that is XXXTentacion, and the one with the blue hair now is Jase Onfroy, which is his real name. But
So yeah, that is quite interesting. I suppose if you look at a photo of yourself 3 years ago, you look at a person that
Yeah.
no longer exists.
exactly. Yeah.
I suppose, do you, suppose how much responsibility? I suppose yeah, you still have to carry all the responsibility of that person's actions,
Yeah.
the good and the bad. I think it's difficult because I myself am quite a forgiving person. Some points too much, and I think when it comes to this, it's something that I have to try and work harder on sticking to the grounds of fuck this dude.
And saying no.
Yeah.
I think like if you learn to say no to people, that is such a good
Yeah.
like it does help so much.
How would you say for someone who's made these past mistakes but wants to change? How would you help them and guide them and tell them what to do and to like make up for what they've done and change themselves? What would you like tell them to do?
Take accountability.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that now.
I know. A lot of people don't do that.
That's a
So like if you can hold your hand up and say I'm in the wrong,
Yeah, that's the first place to start.
and
off
this
with.
is how I'm gonna change, and then just plan it from there. I think that's the best way to do it. But if you're going about it being like, oh, I'm the victim.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm such an awful person. Oh my, fuck off.
My dad beat me and I was
Politicians.
like 3.
yeah. Politicians are the best example for that. Like Boris Johnson's like, I didn't know there was rules going on. And I went to this COVID lockdown. There's a lockdown. What? Fucking told that. Shut up.
Yeah.
Matt Hancock. It's like everyone in Parliament just doesn't fucking say.
Is he the one
"I
who
am
cheated on
sorry."
his bed?
They all did probably.
Oh.
Yeah, they all probably have.
I didn't know they were like that.
Wow, thanks for watching this clip. If you liked watching this, somewhere around the screen will be like the full episode or whatever, and you can go watch that. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like and comment. We'll hopefully see you in the next episode.